Bible is loaded with codes, and the Magyar language is the key. Exodus chapter 16. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah. Now, I don't know how you would pronounce this word. I'm pronouncing it based on something that English speakers would expect. My version of the Bible explains how to pronounce certain letters, but some of them have 3 different ways to be pronounced, and I just picked something randomly. But I know how I, as a Hungarian speaker, would pronounce this name, because it says bitter, and it says, therefore, the name of it was called Marah. It's not Mara, it's not Mara, it's Méreg. I showed you the meaning of this word, didn't I? Do you remember? Méreg means the mass of bitterness. In other words, poison or anger. And when they came to Méreg, they could not drink of the waters of Méreg, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Méreg. Perhaps it's worth reading this whole section and interpreting the word as anger, not poison. Either way, we have the Hungarian word present in the Bible, Méreg, and it explains why it was named Méreg. Next, Exodus chapter 17. And he called the name of the place Massa and Meribah, because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted the Lord, saying, is the Lord among us or not? The word Massa is fully in Hungarian, and people who speak Hungarian know what I'm talking about, and you can read it no matter which syllable you place first, whether it's Matsa or Satma, it's Hungarian. But let's look at Meribah, because that's not so evident. Because they tempted the Lord. What are these people doing then? They are questioning the Lord's authority, his power, or his omniscience. They're saying, is the Lord among us or not? Is he capable of helping us out or not? That is a pretty bold thing to do, right? And we have the root mer again in Meribah. Do you remember the meaning linked to action, the body, and the physical world? One of its 3 meanings? It means dare. Ba is the changed form of the Magyar vak. Blindly daring is what we get when we put the 2 words together. Blindly daring. Bold, basically, right? What's the word for someone who is blindly daring in the Magyar language? Not meri vak, but vak meru. He called the name of the place Vakmeru because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted the Lord, saying, is the Lord among us or not? So what we have here is Meru and Vak. Meri, Vak, Meri, Vak, Meri, Ba. Okay, next we have Genesis chapter 17. The story is that Sarai couldn't have a child. But then God said to Abraham, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be. And shall Sarah, that is 90 years old, bear? So first, she couldn't have any children, and her name was Sarai. And then, when she got pregnant, her name was changed into Sarah. Sarai sounds exactly like Sarai or Saras. Both of these words mean dry, barren, or infertile. Sarah in Hungarian is Sára, but there are words. We have Sára or Sáró, and that's the complete opposite of the first name, because it means fertile or capable of conception. So it makes absolute sense that her name was Sarai at first, and then after the conception of her child, she became Sára. We don't know why her name was changed. It doesn't make sense. Just because she's going to have a kid, her name changes, right? But if we use the key, the Magyar language, everything makes sense.